in this video, we're going to look at how to use the Adobe Spark platform, and specifically for the video. When you're in your dashboard, you're going to look for what they call the slideshow or the video, and this works the same if you're on the app within iOS. When you click on it, it's going to set it up, and you can say skip. They have some funny messages at first that you don't have to. And I'd also like to show you how to start from scratch. And so, yes, they have a story templates, but I highly recommend, usually you spend more time, I feel like, changing these templates here than just starting on your own. And so when you start on your own from scratch, you'll notice that when you first get on the dashboard, you can say skip that tutorial. You'll notice the bottom, it kind of reminds me of Google Slides, where within the video, you're creating a slide that then they compile and put together in a nice presentation for you. And so you'll notice that those are down here instead of over here on the left-hand side. It has a couple of slides already for you, like the actual title slide, the credits, and then you have to add the rest of them on your own. Let's start by looking at our layouts and our themes over here on the right-hand side to help us get started. And so the layout screen allows you to choose the way that actual slide looks. And so for an example, I like to use this one for the title because it allows me to have the title as well as a subtitle for the author. And then sometimes on other slides, like for content, I like to do the split screen or just the full screen if you're just adding information. And so let's pretend like we're making our title slide here. I have it under title and text. And then you simply look for the plus buttons to begin adding your content. And so I could call this American Revolution. And then you can click and then also put the author. As you can see, they give you a few options, but not too many to overwhelm you as a creator. And so you can make the text smaller or larger, but that's really about it. Also, something to pay attention to on this top right-hand side is the theme. So making sure that fits the mood of your presentation. And so I'm thinking that this one probably fits more of. And so you can pick the theme, but then also within it, choose a different color as well. And so you can kind of explore those and see what's best fit. There we go, kind of like this one for the American Revolution. And you can also change those at any time as well. And we'll talk about at the end that the music at the very end. And so once you're finished there on your title slide, all you have to do is click the plus button down here to start another slide. And it will drag and drop that in. Then you can go back to the layout and choose what's best fit for your first content slide. Also, you can drag and drop these, which I find very helpful for reordering in the sequence. Let's look at a few other tools. So let's say I choose the split screen for the next one for my content slide. And let's look at some of those options that you also have within there. You can upload a video that to embed within the video if you'd like. And so it pulls that from your computer. You can insert text if you want. So information, the same thing, make it larger or smaller. So I could add information if I want to. There we go. And make it smaller or larger like we talked about as well. Also, you can add photos or images. And you can either upload them from your computer. So I'm uploading it from a desktop right now, but if I was on a Chromebook, I could just pull it straight from my drive. I can also take a photo, so you have to allow permission, but then you can take a photo also as well. You also have the same options as the other Adobe Suite tools with finding free photos from the Creative Commons, if you'd like to find one from there. And just select it and it puts it in there as well. So many options. Also within here, let's create another slide so you can see. You can also add what they call an icon if you would like to as well. And so those are kind of like, I guess you could like emojis or symbols to kind of customize them. And so American Revolution, they do have that Liberty Bell there for me that I could insert as well. And so like I said, the tools are very simple, but yet I really find this a very helpful tool to use because it is so simple, but students can customize it in an easy way to make it their own. So let's look at after you put in your content and your information. You've got your credits, everything ready to go. Another tool that you may have noticed on every slide is this record button. And so it allows students to record their voice on top of it to make their video more interactive. And so how it works is you actually click and hold. So let me show you how this works. You have to allow that access the first time. American Revolution by Lauren Rata. And I let go in order to stop that recording. I can come to the next slide. Causes of the American Revolution. And I could continue talking and not add text if I wanted to, and instead just have my voice voicing over the information. And then I let go when I'm finished. And I can do the same thing on the next slide if I wanted to, or not at all. And then I can also add my own credits as well. There we go. Last but not least, I told you we would talk about the music here. You can actually add music to the background if you'd like to as well. This is free Creative Commons music so that you have rights to it. And you could find one by clicking and listening. I don't know if that's not probably helpful. Let's look at, where we go, something a little, not horror technically movie, but let's see what this one sounds like. Careful scene. There we go. That sounds more like the Revolution. When I click on it, as you can see, that's got a check now. So that's, and I can also turn the volume up or down. So yeah, I kind of want it slow on the background. There we go. And so now I think I'm ready to preview or watch it so that you can see what that looks like. American Revolution by Lauren Rata. Causes of the American Revolution. And I could continue talking and not act. And you can preview the whole thing. So you're probably thinking, okay, now what do they do when they're finished? In order to share it, or you could download it as well, but I like to go to this share button and publish it. When they publish it, they need to give it a title. And if they want a subtitle, it automatically has their name because they're logged in, and say create that link. And then just like the other Adobe applications, you can take that link and students can turn it in as an assignment on Google Classroom. They could post it somewhere collaborative like a Padlet or a shared doc or slide deck so that they can see each other's if they'd like to as well. Anything that's best fit for you in your classroom and what your expectations usually are for your learning management hub. After they get the link, and so it'll process and then it will post for them. And then from that point, like I said, they can post it anywhere they'd like to in order to share with that wider audience. Thank you so much for watching. This has been a quick video on Adobe Spark Video. And I hope that you and your students enjoy using this fun application.